Hello everyone. Everybody, how's it going? Fucking I don't know. We're gonna play Minecraft again. Just because it's been a minute since I've done a video like this. My wrist is hurting, but we're gonna do it anyway. I think I'm in a comfortable setup right now. We'll play by ear as we go along. So just so that everyone is fully aware, this game is currently being played in ultra wide resolution. That's why you can't see the little Minecraft beta version up here. We are still in beta, but we're just on beta 1.5 right now. I've upgraded a little bit since the last time because it has been a long time since we've played a little bit of Minecraft. And I just wanted to, take a step back and just play a good game again, and just have a little bit of time to talk, because it would be a lie if I said that I was wrapped up in production, because I really haven't. In reality, what's been going on is I've just been scared to start this video. And I don't really... Okay, I know why. Or I have at least a somewhat okay reason. Or I have a somewhat decent understanding of why my brain is being stupid. And was this the update where they added the different types of wood? No, every wood is the same wood. Got it. Yeah, I've just been scared to start this new video. And the reason might seem stupid on the front of it, or like on the face of it, but it's the truth. It's just that when you're... Oh my god, they haven't added shift click yet. Okay, got it. Yeah, when you're doing creative work, you have to juggle with not only the expectations of other people, which in and of itself is a tough thing to manage, but you also have to deal with oh my god, the placement distance is only 2 blocks away. Okay. You also have to deal with the expectations of other people. And that's the most challenging part of all of it. Or not of other people, of yourself. You got to deal with the expectations of yourself. That's the most challenging part. Like, if someone doesn't like whatever video I've made, it's like, whatever. Like, I don't really care, honestly. I've reached the point where it's like, oh, if someone doesn't like my video, then, it really doesn't matter to me one way or the other. The reason for that being is that it's like, hey, this person could just be coming in to start some shit, and they don't really care if the video is good or not. They just want to, cause drama. They're just upset about things, yada, yada, yada. So expectations of other people kind of becomes easier and easier to manage the more you, I don't want to say disassociate, but the more you, like, remind yourself of, like, hey, people on the internet are gonna be shitty, and some of them are just gonna want to start shit, and there's nothing you can do about that. So you might as well just take the good with the bad and not let it get to your head. And I feel like I've reached a pretty decent, I don't want to say zen point of it, because I still get affected by mean comments. Everybody does. But it doesn't... mean comments and the expectations of my audience don't weigh on me as much as the expectations I set for myself. That's the really challenging part. And it's something that I've realized I have to fucking deal with, right? Because at the start, you would think, like, oh, other people, that's not really... Or other people is, like, the real challenge. You make videos, and that's kind of it. You make the videos, right? And it's like, well, we have to think about, like, if you're the creative type of person, guess what? Your brain is going to naturally want you to outdo yourself every video. And that's how burnout happens, where people don't what they can do by themselves cannot keep up with the expectations they've set for themselves. And that's where people are like, oh fuck, I bit off way more than I can chew. That's when people start crunching themselves, or when executives start crunching employees. It's a big expectations game, creating things. And when, at least for me, that's what I'm struggling with is my own expectations. I'm not going to fully give away what the next video is, because it's nowhere near done, and I'm gonna have to make a fucking post on the Patreon about it. The patrons know what it is, so if you want to know, there it is. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to do Patreon stuff. Bear with me. For everything, honestly. But I don't want to fully give away what this video is, but I will say that it is a sequel to a couple of videos that I've made a few years ago. And the expectation that I have, because these are informational videos, so not only do I need to make a video that's interesting to watch, I have to make a video that's correct and informative and that people can use as a resource for information. So I have to juggle these two big aspects of this video, and if I'm being perfectly honest, man, it's a lot tougher when you've made a couple of these in the past, and it's like, okay, there is an expectation of how good these videos are going to be. Not just for the viewer, but for myself. If I make a video in the same vein, like if I were to make a video on topic A, and then I were to make a video on topic B, well, topic A and topic B, they don't really have much play with each other. Like, they don't overlap. So the expectations of that specific topic aren't there yet. Like when I made that video about keyboards a couple years ago, I didn't know what would make a good keyboard video, and that video didn't do very hot, which honestly is fine. It's a new topic. Maybe if I did another keyboard video, that short that I published did pretty well, so I'm happy about that. But that's a short, those are kind of, I don't want to say shorts are flukes, but it's like, it feels like a lot of my shorts are flukes, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so like for me, it's like I set my expectations based on what the topic is, and I've made a bunch of videos on this specific topic, or I've made a couple of videos on this specific topic that I'm working on. So it's like, okay, well now I have to outdo myself. I have to make a better video than the last one, and that's where the difficult part of all of this is. Because, like, hey, anybody who's done creative work will know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't do creative work and you don't understand, then that's okay too, honestly. It's a matter of, I just want to make good stuff. And what I deem as good changes and has been changing and will change. That's a creeper. Holy shit. What I deem is as good enough for a video will forever change. And I don't think I will ever be totally content with a video that I've put out, or in a specific topic or whatever. Just being a creative type, Oh shit. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, they die super fast with the diamond sword. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to beta Minecraft. Holy shit. This house is starting to look pretty good, honestly. We're doing some good stuff. Actually, I did see some sheep over there. Do I have any wool? Because what I could do to spruce this place up, I'm building this little I do. Oh, perfect. What was I even talking about? Expectations. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this without like strictly giving away the main topic of the video, and I want to save that. I want to save that stuff until it's like closer to being done. I'll make like a community post or something later that's like, hey, here's what the video, here's what that video is that I was talking about in that Minecraft video. you know, I'll reveal that information when it becomes relevant. Also, it is time to sleep. I hope that no one will come and do bad things to me in my sleep. Ooh, that would be bad. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this without like strictly giving it away. It's just the expectation game. And so the unfortunate thing that I have to talk about now is like, man, that video is nowhere near done. I just recorded the first voice line like today, and the Patreon got a post where it's like, hey guys, here's the new video I'm working on, oh boy. And I was trying to like get people excited and everything, because yeah, it's exciting to see when new stuff happens. But that video is nowhere near done, and I don't know how long this is gonna take me, because what, can I place logs sideways? No, you can't yet. No sideways logs yet. Yeah, I just have no idea how long this is gonna take me, because I'm just constantly wrestling with this, and it's not. I can't tell. I don't quite know if that is a good excuse or not. I don't even know if anything is a good excuse. And like at the end of the day, the rational part of my brain is chiming in right now, where it's like, okay, you don't need to have an excuse for why you can't make a video. The YouTube is supposed to be a fun thing, and if you're not having fun while making your content, people are gonna know, and your content's not gonna be as enjoyable. So it's important. Not only it's important to keep your videos fun and interesting for yourself, not just for your own mental health, but for the sake of the audience. Where there we go. I want the where's the Donkey Kong painting? I mean, that one's a good one too, actually. I like that one. For the sake of your content and for the sake of your mental health, you need to have YouTube remain fun and interesting. And that's why every creator under the sun, you know what? I'm keeping that one. That's why every creator under the sun will change their style. They will, like, inevitably, how they make their videos and the methodologies with which they go about making their content, it's going to change. And that you can't, that's the one thing you can't change. The only thing you can't change is the fact that things are going to change. So, what was the point of me talking about this? Oh yeah, you have to keep it interesting and engaging for yourself and for the audience. So if I'm not having fun making my videos, then the audience is gonna know, right? Because you know, the people who watch your videos, they're not stupid. Wooden roof. You know what? This is probably a bad idea. I'm gonna make a stone roof instead. Right, we're in the era where, wow, that was still this way all the way back in beta 1.5? That feels wrong. What? Okay, well, they at least changed it to 4. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm just struggling with. And I have no idea how long this video is going to take, and I feel bad. I feel like I've let everyone down because I'm trying to fucking juggle my mental health. If you're a creative, you fucking know this feeling. And it feels bad to come onto this video and talk about that. Oh, God fucking damn it. It feels bad to come onto this video and talk about that, but at the same time, in my brain, it's like, man, if I don't talk about this, it's just gonna get worse. So I might as well just talk about it now, and I might as well try to make content out of it, I guess. Yippee! This house is actually coming along quite nicely. You know, we're making a pretty good ass fucking house. Yeah, yippee! I have to fucking deal with this garbage, and yeah, it's not fun. It's not a fun topic for me to talk about. And I don't mean to talk about this for like pity points. I don't want pity. At the end of the day, I just want people to understand, I guess. because it's just challenging. It's a lot more challenging than you'd expect. And when people come to me and they're like, hey, I want to support you financially, I want to donate to your Patreon, I want to give you money on your streams, that casts a whole new light, and that really shifts the expectations for the viewers and also myself. Because it's like, hey, these people are fucking paying for my videos. I need to do something. And that's why I've started doing the progress reports. Because I felt like, hey, you know, maybe if I had a little progress report that I could talk about and be like, hey, here's what I'm working on, here's the interesting things that we're doing. It's like, hey, yeah, that'd probably be good for me. Because it's like, oh, I get to talk about all the unique things I've been working on. But what's actually been happening for the progress reports is every time I think about like, oh, I should probably fill one out, it's just like, whenever I think about it, it's just like, oh, here's all the things I haven't done yet that I said I would do. And it's part of the reason why I specifically did not want to talk about what the topic of the video is, because I don't want to set that expectation for myself. Just because, like, if I talk about, like, hey, I want to do this project, oh, you've talked about it now, that means it has to happen, right? I also have this weird thing, and I have no idea if anybody else has that. If you're also like this, you know, let me know. Get that fucking engagement up. Let's go, baby. I'm kidding, partially. One of the other things is if I talk about a video idea with someone, and if I have a conversation about a video with like one of my buds on Discord or something like that, then I lose the drive to make the video, because part of the reason to make a specific video is to get that interaction, you know, and I get that through the comment section, and that's not inherently a terrible thing to do. God fucking damn it. That's not inherently a terrible thing to do. It's just, okay, I have an idea of how to do this. It's not a terrible way of how to do things. But the interesting trade-off in these are the things that you start to understand the more you like self-reflect. If I get that engagement and I had that conversation, it's like, I just kind of want to focus on something else right now. Maybe that's ADHD, maybe that's something else. I have no fucking idea. I'm probably I've probably been a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? A menagerie of mental illness. I've probably been a menagerie of mental illness since like day fucking one, and I've just never understood until I started vocalizing and articulating my thought processes. And then like my friends have been reaching out to me and is like, bro, like that sounds like this. That sounds like this. And it's like, oh, does it really? That's just kind of how I've always been. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's it sounds like this specific, not mental illness, but this specific condition. And there's a strong case where it's like, you probably have that. I don't want to claim that I have anything or that my brain is a specific way. I don't like putting a label, you know, not because of just like I'm not one of those people who like, I don't mind labels personally. I think they're very useful for organizing your thoughts, but at the same time, it's like trying to, fuck, how am I even going to say this? There are people out there who define their personalities based on what mental illness they have. And I don't want to be that kind of person. It's fine if you are, and if you make that a part of your outward persona, fine. That's okay. That's not a bad thing inherently. But I don't want to be perceived as that. You know what I mean? It's another thing of just like managing that expectation. You know, because it's why I don't like calling my channel. I like when I talk about my content, I don't like saying like, oh, I'm a blank channel. It's I make content focused around this. I prefer saying I make content based around this. Sometimes I let it slip and I just say like, oh yeah, I'm a Linux channel primarily. It's like, that's just shorthand, right? at the end of the day, I know that's not correct, because my channel is variety. And one of the things that I've always heard when I was starting out, it's like, oh, you shouldn't do variety content. You shouldn't have variety streams. You should focus on one game or one topic and just stick with it. And it's like, well, yeah, that's probably better for engagement, probably better for the audience. But at the same time, it's like, my brain doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, I need to keep things fresh. I need to work on something Linux related. I need to work on a keyboard thing. I need to do emulator stuff. I need to do streams. The streams have been very good for me because it's like, hey, here's a dedicated, because I know people like watching Monster Hunter. So here's a dedicated slot in my week to play Monster Hunter, and people like that. And I'm happy for that. And having one day a week where it's a couple hours in a day where I can sit and play Monster Hunter and people expect Monster Hunter, it's good for me, good for the audience, good for whatever. I like that system. But for the Friday streams, I don't want to put myself in a box. That's the main thing. I just don't want to put myself in a box. I would much prefer to have my content stand on its... I want to have my content stand... There was not coal in this wall. I swear to fucking God. I've been noticing a lot more... Oh, God. I knew I should have turned on streamer mode before I start. Yeah, I swear to God there was not coal here last time. I'm pretty sure updating to 1.5, like, fucked with how coal generates, and they just added more coal into the world, which I'm not complaining. I've been needing some coal. But it was not here before. That's my main thing. Anyway... What was I talking about? My brain doesn't work that way. Yeah, I don't want to put myself in a box. I like having content that's like... I like having content that's meant to help, potential new users of Linux find their footing and understand some of these weirder concepts. I like having content that appeals to Monster Hunter players, but I don't want to be known as the Monster Hunter guy. And if you have me in your brain as like, oh, this is the Monster Hunter guy, or this is the Linux guy... That's fine with me. I know I just said I don't want to put myself in a box, but I can't control what you think of me. So don't feel bad if you think about me that way. You know what I mean? Again, it's a managing expectations kind of thing. I don't want to be that person. I care more about the expectations I set for myself than the expectations of other people. Does that make sense? Like, here's actually a fantastic example. I used to watch My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I don't give a shit what you think about that show or what you think about me because I watch that show. But I don't want to be outside wearing MLP merch because that reminds me of certain people I used to know in real life. And I personally, it's a combination. It's like, I don't care if you know that I watch the show, but I understand that the expectations for me is like, oh, you're going to see that on me and immediately have expectations of me. So, I don't think this is a good example at all. I don't know. These videos are just word salad, just like verbal diarrhea, just like, hey, I'm just going to throw shit out. I don't really fucking know what I'm saying anymore. Listen to Pav thinks that he's sounding smart for, an hour or so whenever this fucking video comes out. Yeah. Brain is being weird, and I just needed to vent about shit, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, fuck. Now I'm getting self-conscious. Okay, I gotta somehow fucking get this train back on the fucking runs. On the runs? I gotta get this train back on the rails. There we go. Fuck, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I guess I can continue talking about those expectations I was talking about earlier, because it's like, hey, to finish that thought, it's like, hey, if I wear a specific piece of merch, or if I say a specific thing, or if I, mention that I'm into, like, building keyboards, you will have an expectation of me whether you wanted to or not. And that's just kind of unavoidable. You're gonna think about me in a certain way because I've told you about this thing that I like. And this isn't like me trying to say like, oh man, if you think this way of me, then you're a fucking piece of shit and I don't like you. That's not what I'm saying. It's just people are gonna have expectations, right? And I guess to circle back around, it's like, the harshest expectations are the ones you set for yourself. Hey, there you go. We're bringing it fucking full circle. Yeah, this video is just going to be titled Expectations, and that's just what the whole thing is going to be fucking built around. Yeah, so the expectation I've set for myself is, hey, I've talked about this video that I'm making. I have told the patrons that I'm making this video, and I figured that they should know what I'm working on. That's what the whole point of the fucking progress reports, right? So, they pay money for behind-the-scenes access to content and stuff. I feel like that's information that I'm comfortable sharing. And now I'm just sitting here kind of paralyzed at my own inaction. So it's a vicious cycle of like, I really want to work on this video, but I'm scared of my own expectations, and I'm scared of starting it because I want it to be good, but how will I know it's going to be good if... how will I know it's going to be good right off the bat, and I'm not going to know, and I want it to be good, and I want it to be perfect, and if I fuck up at all during this production, then that means I have to scrap the whole video. And I'm petrified of the situation where I have to scrap everything and start over. That is a massive blow to the morale. And I've had to do that. I've scrapped videos before, and it always sucks to do that, and I don't want to run into a situation like that. And it's like, okay, well, I haven't made a quote-unquote proper video in weeks. All I've been doing is streaming. And now I'm, like, getting paranoid at the, oh, shit, I haven't made a video in a while. I don't want to be like a fucking Seth Seentech or a Michael Reeves and just disappear for 6 months. I want to actually, like, make things for people. I want people to be excited for my next video. And I don't think I can... Why am I leaving that there? I don't think I can really control that. And, the rational part of me is... The rational part of my brain is fucking poking its head out and pushing up its glasses and going, actually, you can't control if people are excited about your content or not. So, really, you shouldn't be focusing on things you can't control. You should instead try to focus on things that you can control. And I look at that and I go, yes, rational part of the brain. The rational monkey. Yes, that is true. I should focus on that. But then the irrational monkey in my brain is just like, but what if they don't like it though? What if they don't like you? What if your content fails? What if your entire fucking life plan just fucking crumbles around you and you don't have a plan B after this? It's like, you fucking have been trying for the past like 15 fucking years to make content work. And if you can't do it and you can't make it work, then you must be a failure then. Obviously, that's just how it is. And the first sign of you failing and losing relevancy is obviously because you can't make a video on a certain amount of time. So you got to get something out there or else you'll become irrelevant, right? And it's also part of the reason why I'm streaming so much now. I do enjoy the streaming stuff. This isn't like I'm forcing myself to stream, because I do really enjoy it. Like, don't fucking worry about that, I guess. If you're worrying, you shouldn't worry about me. I'm just some fuck ass on the internet, right? But yeah, I'm enjoying the streaming stuff, so I don't feel bad about doing that. I don't know why I'm fucking texturing my ceiling of my fucking... I'm like adding in texture to make it look more natural. I'm such a goddamn autist. Yeah, like, yeah, so, you know, brain bad, brain is stupid, and I wish it would shut up. Yeah. So, and before, like, there are oh my fucking god, hold on, just give me another second. Okay, should be better. And before you say, like, hey, this isn't meant to, I don't want to be defensive, but it's like, there might be people out there who might think to yourself, who might be thinking while watching this, it's like, well, why don't you just make a different video? No one's forcing you to, like, work on this specific video. You can just work on something else. Yes, you're correct. But it's also well, I've talked about it now, so, and I've already said that the next video is going to be this video, so I have to work on this video now, And if I don't, then, you know, I'm a fucking failure and my existence is meaningless. You see, like, the dangerous cyclical nature of these kinds of things? And I'm trying. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to work on that. It's just difficult to manage. It's more difficult to manage your own expectations, you know? Because, like, I'm sitting here like, oh, I've said that this is the next video. I have to work on this video. Because what if I make another video that's like, hey, fucking, let's talk about what a package manager is on Linux. That'll give, oh my fucking god, that will totally, what if people get angry at me for like, hey, you said you were gonna work on this next, what happened to that? Rain. You know, I don't want to betray that weird trust that I've built, where it's like, oh, get excited for this next video. It's like, oh, cool. And this isn't bad. This is not a, like, these situations that I'm playing in my head are not a bad thing, but my brain makes me think they're bad, so therefore they're bad. You know? Brain is bad. I'm just gonna adjust my fucking life and just say I have bad brain syndrome. Okay, cool. You know what? You know what? That still looks good. I'm leaving it like that. That still looks good. I just have bad brain syndrome. That's just what it is, you know? And if you are also a sufferer of bad brain syndrome, then you know what's up. You know what's good. So, yeah. I feel like I can't work on any other video until this one gets done. But if I work on another video, I can't work on this video because I'm too paralyzed in fear of fucking it up. And I'm too paralyzed of my own expectations I've set for myself. But I can't work on a new video because if I work on a new video, then that would betray the trust of my viewers, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just sort of caught right now in this little shitty limbo I've built for myself where it's like, I guess you can't work on anything then, fuck you. So I've just been sitting here mindlessly watching YouTube and just distracting my brain from the things I'm supposed to be doing. And that's something that I really wanted to not do. And I said in the last video where I talked about this kind of thing, it's like, hey, you know, I'm trying to... Ooh, it's a thunderstorm. You know, I'm trying to watch YouTube less. And guess what? That's not happening. So because of my own paralysis on this kind of shit, it's completely toppled my previous attempts at being consistent in things. Oh yeah, this is when stairs let, was it slabs? This is when slabs and stairs let the rain come through. So, it's just this big fucking downward spiral of just bad emotions. And I'm not gonna do anything, like, bad to myself. Don't worry about that. But it's, like, I'll just wake up and it's just like, huh? Time to not do the thing I was supposed to be doing again. And that's just what my day will be. You know, like, I'll sit down and I'll fucking work on getting new Pokemon Snap to work on an emulator out of spite. But God forbid if I fucking sit and work on this video that I said I was going to be working on. And I recorded a little bit of the voiceover for the new video. And when I finished it, I was just like, yeah, I mean, you know, this is definitely a voiceover. It's probably shit, though. Probably should just, like, dump the whole thing and just get rid of it all. Yeah, and that's just kind of what I've been struggling. I actually did have to scrap the first take of the B-roll, the first take of the voiceover, which, like, I was half expecting, but I listened back to it and it's just like, nah, if I don't scrap this now, then it's just going to be a nightmare to edit later. So I'm just going to scrap it and just re-record it right now. Thankfully, it wasn't like a lot of voiceover, but it was enough to where it's just like, brain bad syndrome. So yeah, that's what I've been fucking dealing with. I've been playing a lot of games though, probably too many games, but what I can say is what the fuck am I even trying to say? I wanted to play more games this year, and I have been playing more games this year, and I have been enjoying the games that I've been playing. I've been playing fucking Hi-Fi Rush. Holy shit, that game is just immaculate. I've been playing. I've also been watching JoJo with my sister. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We've been watching all of it pretty much, and we've been binging the whole thing up until we're pretty much at the end of part 6. And after I finish recording this, we're probably gonna go finish part 6 like right after this. So that'll be cool to see. To finally finish JoJo and then move on to something else. I love JoJo. I have a fucking purple star tattoo on the back of my neck, Like, I love this series, but, sometimes you just gotta move on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, hey, I'm excited to, start watching some new stuff. I've been playing Pokemon recently. And that's bizarre for me to say because I thought I didn't like Pokemon. Turns out I'm just a dumbass and I actually do like Pokemon. Hey, weird as that may sound coming from me. Specifically, I've been playing Pokemon Black. Sorry for the weird cut there. Yeah, I've been watching, I've been playing Pokemon. And yeah, I never thought that I would say I like Pokemon, but here we are. I've been, hello. Okay. Yeah, oh my god, pardon me. Yeah, I never thought I would be enjoying a Pokemon game, but hey, here we are, fucking, I've been playing Pokemon Black, specifically on my, Steam Deck, because I play everything on the Steam Deck at this point, and I've genuinely been enjoying it. What else have I been playing? I played Hi-Fi Rush. I played Pokemon. I played. I've been playing God of War on and off. I need to keep playing it because I'm getting into that part where I'm getting to that part of my brain where it's just like, hey, finish the games you start, and I'm just not doing that. So I need to stop playing anything else and just fucking finish God of War. So that's been kind of a challenge for me mentally. You never growing up, you would never think that, hey, playing a video game is hard. Not in that the game itself is hard, but finding the fucking willpower to play the game is more difficult than the game itself. But that is the world that I am living in. So I mean, I guess I could talk about that keyboard too. I never really did. I never talked about the keyboard other than the short. I'm using it right now to game on, and I don't know if you can hear it. You might be able to pick up some tacks, some clacks here and there. And I've really been enjoying it. Honestly, I'm becoming more of a linear. Oh, god damn it! I've been becoming more of a linear Switch enjoyer because of it. I'm using I never talked about it. I'm using Gateron Milky Yellows for the Switches, and I don't. That doesn't look terrible. Does that look bad? Maybe if I hold on. I've been using Gateron Milky Yellows as the Switch, and okay, you know what? That looks a lot better. And I'm becoming linear enjoyer. I would still put myself in the tactile gang rise up kind of meme, but I ain't gonna hate on the linears. I get why people like the linears, especially after I spent 4 goddamn hours lubing every Switch and making it sound really good. And I'm also using XDA keycaps. If you know keyboard stuff, if you don't know keyboard stuff, look up the XDA profile. The best way I can describe it is it's flat. So normally when you get a keyboard or a mechanical keyboard, you have all your key switches that kind of curve on each other. There's like a slight curve to fit your fingers more, but XDA profile is not that. And they all are pretty. The switches are uniform. That's the word I'm looking for. The height of every single key switch is very uniform. which I didn't think I would enjoy, but I wanted to see what it would sound like. That's the main thing, is I wanted to try the XDA keycaps for their sound profile. And yeah, they sound very good, especially with the lubed switches and the interior foam of the Keychron Q8 that I'm using. It is phenomenal sounding. This keyboard is so fucking satisfying to type on. There are times where I'll like, because I type in, if you use Linux, you type in the update command for your distro, right? And I'll type it in. There are moments where I will not. Oh my fucking god. Okay. There are moments where I will. Normally, you can just hit the up arrow and just get the next command and just skip typing it all in. I'll type in that whole command all over again. And it's sudo, what do I do? I do sudo dnf update and at 2 ampersands flatpak upgrade -y. And there you know, there are days where, like, most of the time I'm just like, man, I just want to type on this fucking thing again. So I'll just type out that whole ass command again when I could very easily just click the up arrow and have it all just do it for me. But nah, it's just, it's so satisfying to type on it, you know? I enjoy it. So yeah, that's just keyboard shit, keyboard update, I guess. Oh, and in that short, I posted that I'm using an ergonomic mouse. I'm not using that, oh god, that's a big fence. I'm not using that mouse anymore. Just because, let me see, how does this look from outside? Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Yeah, I'm down with this. I'm not using that ergo mouse anymore. And the reason behind that is just because, like, you know, I just the big reason is not because it felt weird to use it, because it actually felt pretty good to use it most of the time. It's that it was a shit mouse. What do I mean by that? So the oh, do I want to? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just see how this looks. The mouse itself would just lose connection to my computer, and I'll get like stutters in the movement of the mouse that I would never. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I would never get those stutters in my other, like the Logitech mouse that I'm using right now. So yeah, it's probably worse. It's definitely worse for ergonomics, and yeah, it's probably worse for my wrist in the long run. But I'm gonna need to spend more than $20 on a mouse, I guess, and it's a 2.5 gigahertz mouse. I don't know why I'm getting these weird stutters in the cursor movement. A pain in my ass, but it's you know, it's just, I binned the mouse. I think I put it in a drawer somewhere. I don't remember. But the plug is still plugged into the computer, so if I ever want to turn it on, I can just turn it on and start using it again. Also, the DPI on the Ergo mouse was just way lower than the mice that I've been using. So I had to like really crank the sensitivity up in Linux to make it feel the same, and it's just it just felt bad. So I just stopped using it altogether. It sucks, but like whatever. It's not the end of the world. I don't need to use an ergonomic mouse. It's just $20, $30 down the drain. It's like not the worst thing in the world. I might sell it at some point, but that probably won't happen for a while. So yeah, that's an ergonomics update. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting challenge to use the ergonomic stuff, just because it's different, you know, and you have to kind of relearn how to do certain things. Like, I'm teaching myself how to touch type, and that shit takes a while. I already could kind of touch type before. I could kind of touch type before, but not at a level that, say, my dad would be super pleased with. My dad makes fun of me all the fucking time for my quote unquote shit typing. I feel like I type fine, you know. He's just being a shit about it. Yeah, so I'm trying to teach myself how to touch type, right? And you kind of have to with this mouse or with this keyboard. And one of the things that I would always do is I would never ever use my pinky to type. I would always use the my ring finger and lean my wrist over to tap on the delete key. And that kills your wrist if you're doing it on this. So, one of the big motivators for me to actually start using my goddamn pinkies while I'm typing is because if I don't, my wrists will fucking explode. So, hey, that's probably a good reason at the end of the day to finally start touch typing. You know, I'll get better at it, obviously. But, you know, Rome wasn't fucking built in a day, so it's not going to be a smooth, you know, transition to how I'm doing it. You know, it's just one of those things that I have to work on. So, yeah, that if you're interested in getting an ergonomic keyboard, I would recommend it, genuinely. Like, I think it is, I think it, at the end of the day, it is a good thing. And if you care about the ergonomics at all, then you probably should spend the time and see if you can get something at a decent price. I'll admit that the keyboard that I got is not the most economic of choices. You probably could find an ergonomic keyboard for less. How much did I spend on this board? I'll also, you know, come out of the gate and be like, hey, the actual board itself was a Christmas gift. So it was like the only Christmas. It was like the big Christmas gift, you know. And I'm very happy with that keyboard, with this keyboard. So, Mom, if you are watching, she's not gonna watch this fucking video. Dad, if you're watching, I guess let Mom know. Nah, you don't have to do that. I don't give a fuck. She knows that I like it. Like I brought the keyboard over and I was showing it to her and I was excited about it. So she fucking knows that I like this keyboard. I'm into this autistic shit. Yeah, so it's definitely not the most economic of choices. I think the board... Okay, let me think about this. The keycaps were $70. The switches were like 20 to 30, and the board was like 170 something without the switches and keycaps. And I also bought a wrist rest, so you know, couple $100, easily couple $100. For all this whole setup right here. You know, it's rectangles, baby. And this isn't even the last keyboard. There's another keyboard that I want to get. One of these days I'll get it. I will make a short about it. I've been thinking of reworking the Pav's Garbage Time videos. If you're an old enough viewer to remember Pav's Garbage Pile, I'm probably going to repurpose that idea and use it for shorts and use it as a short. And you saw my experimentation with this with the short that I put out, you know? That was me experimenting with how, you know, the garbage pile style videos would fare, like how they'd be received in a shorts format, and people seem to like the shorts. So I'm more than likely going to continue doing that. I'll need to find a good narrative, I guess, because it's part of making content is also you need to find a reason why people would care. You need to be like, hey, look at this weird thing, and for most of the time that would be enough, right? But it's like you got to find a way to like make it interesting, spice it up, you know. You know, being an entertainer and doing this YouTube shit, it's not about just, you know, saying, hey, look at this cool thing. You've also got to make it an interesting thing. You got to say it in a good way, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. You got to say, hey, look at this cool thing, but you got to say it in the right way that makes it sound interesting. So it's a balance of like, you know, finding the thing that people want to see, but also like, hey, you got to find the right words to say, hey, look at this cool thing. So, you know, I mean, I'm definitely like still working on stuff in the background. I have God knows how many ideas written down, and who knows if I'll actually work on them in any timely manner, because the fucking stressful things I was outlining before. Right, I forgot. You can't open chests when a chest is on top of a chest. Got it. 1, 2, oh, fuck. It's uneven. My brain. Okay. Yeah, I'll make this work. yeah, so I'm probably gonna rework some garbage pile videos into a more focused content, shorts oriented. That's the word I'm looking for. More short oriented content. I've been experimenting with the shorts, and they seem to be doing okay. You know, obviously my brain doesn't want me to believe that a video of mine is doing well, so Irrational Monkey comes in and it's like, that was a fluke. People aren't actually interested in your worthless bullshit. Maybe some, obviously people are. The rational part is like, well, no, obviously people are. You've got, 2,000-ish subscribers. You've got fans on Patreon, which thank you so much for all of that. Holy shit. And you have people who regularly attend your streams. Obviously people care about the kind of content you make. It's like, yes, thank you, Rational Monkey. Yeah, rational brain do be reminding me, do be trying to tell me that I am worthless and I don't matter. So, yeah. Irrational Monkey. Be do trying to tell me that I don't matter and my opinions are worthless. So, just the average day in the life of a YouTuber, I guess. Question mark? I don't even fucking know anymore, man. I also don't know what this organization strategy is. I'm just kind of putting shit down and hoping it works. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, for this, how long has it been? Hour? 45-ish minutes? For this amount of time, getting all this shit done, like actually having a fucking house at the end of this, just rambling about whatever the fuck. Hey, we got some good shit going. We actually have a finished house. It doesn't look great, I'll admit, but you know what? It's mine. You know what? It's my house. Goddammit, I built it, and I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it looks great. Because it's fucking Minecraft. You don't need to go super hard on fucking Minecraft. You can just build a little house and have a good time. So, yeah. I as I finish up this little wooden patio area, I just want to say thank you for making it to the end. If you're still here, I've mentioned the Patreon a few times. If you care, it's there for you. I want to make it known that the Patreon is there, but I also don't want to push it. You know what I mean? It's a part of marketing, and I'm trying to find the right. I need to rework this wall. I'm trying to find the right balance of what is and what isn't good marketing. I am probably just going to remove this part of the wall and replace it with wood because I genuinely just don't know how it. You know what? I'm not vibing with this. I'm not vibing with this cobblestone. Maybe I'll just replace all this with wood. You know what? Before we go, as I'm doing the outro, let's just replace this and see what happen. So yeah, thank you for watching, I guess. If you're that one guy in the comments who's like, hey, these videos really help me with my ADHD, here's a special shout out to you. I'm sorry I don't remember your name. But I want you to know that this video was done specifically because you reminded me I made beta Minecraft videos, and I'm just sitting here like, hey, you know what? Actually, I should probably make another beta Minecraft video. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Okay, yeah, that looks better. That looks a little bit better. I need to put something there. What should I put there? Should I put a little fucking another little patio area? Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. That could be something. That could be something. That could be a little something. We'll save that for the next video. We'll save the more planning and more house building shit. This is what fucking makes my autism go happy in Minecraft. It's just like, hey, I just want to build a fucking house, and I don't care about the Ender Dragon, and I don't care about enchantments, and I don't care about making the best armor sets, and I just don't care. I want to make a fancy house, bro. That is all I've ever cared about in this goddamn game. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy my little my little ramblings and rantings about garbage and my mental state, because it's very unstable. But that's just most people my age, I guess. So yeah, hey, this has been fucking good, I guess. And I really hope that no one is disappointed that I'm uploading this, and I hope that people like it. I don't know. Expectations. They're not fun. They're just not fun. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.